Alright, guys. Back to another Drop Podcast episode. Man, today, I feel like I'm starting to get more comfortable. Like, right now, it feels very natural for me. Just before, like, I remember, like, the first time I even, like, turned this on, I was kind of like, okay, what do I do? Like, I had no idea what to say or like, it was just very difficult to even, like, open my mouth with words, which sounds weird maybe, but I don't know. I don't remember getting this Meowth. Anyway, so from last time, you can tell I'm at a different spot. If you're watching the podcast, you can't, but I just went ahead to open these because if you saw from last time, I was really struggling. But anyway, all right, what's up though, guys? This is either you're either watching the Drop Podcast if you're listening on Spotify or one of the many platforms, which you can actually listen to if you go to my what is it? I think it's my or if you go to the description in this video, you can find like all the links to a whole bunch of my stuff. And it's hosted through Anchor.fm, which is really dope. And then if you're watching on YouTube, of course, like right now, if you're watching live, then it's just Pokemon FireRed Let's Play, or if you're just watching after the fact, then I mean it's the same thing. But online, if you listen to podcasts, obviously it's just the audio. But yeah. So nothing too big. But what's up? Gosh, I miss this. I want to do more, but man, my schedule lately, like now that I've picked up a full-time job, it's been a little crazy. I've been like trying to balance a relationship when she's not working. Currently, just I think because she's on holiday right now, and then still like trying to have a relationship and a full-time job and like all this Drop Podcast stuff is kind of a challenge. Just trying to figure out like where to put everything and how much time to give to everything, because I mean it's difficult. It really is, like, because this takes up an hour and I love this, and then so I'm also talking about it all the time, and she doesn't necessarily appreciate me constantly blabbering on about, oh dude, like, oh I need to do this for the job, oh this for the job, oh all this stuff. But in the end, she's very supportive. It's just a challenge trying to figure like distribute all the time, but it's worth it though. In the end, it's always worth it. You know what I mean? And once I get my groove, it'll settle a lot more, and I'll be able to more easily. Well, one, I'll be able to produce these even faster. Like right now, like I'm getting pretty good. But I'm also not doing so much editing. Like a lot of the editing on my videos is either just like words or it's either words or just the drop intro, like with the thing that says the drop, the white background. But okay, this is not it. But just trying to see where the heck. But I think I was saying like it's worth it or something. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah. Well, it's definitely worth it. Every second, no doubt, for sure. I would not take it back. Um. Oh yeah. I was saying, once I like get really really good at these, I'll start be able to produce these like really fast. And with these, like I'm already pretty quick with them. I think it's just like today, like waking up. Waking up was a challenge. I woke up early, and then went back to bed, and then woke up and it was exactly 10, like the time that I actually want to get these out. Which reminds me, I made myself some tea, so I'm going to take a sip. So like I'm already getting pretty quick with these, but um, I mean it still takes me an hour and then 20 minutes to like get these together and then get these out. And typically a little bit longer because I also put the specifically like the Drop podcast, I put it on Anchor.fm uh, to for that, and that takes a little bit of editing to make the voice better, because like the voice in this is just like, I don't know, it's just it's better the way I do it. But man, these are fun though. Like I'm so glad I started this, and then it's a great way to sort of just revisit my childhood in some kind of fashion. Um, yeah. Man, yesterday I had such a good time. Yesterday I officially kind of graduated. I got my diploma. Um, and then my parents, like, I didn't know my parents were gonna show up, but they showed up, and then I didn't know, like, a lot of people were watching. Like they had like this thing online. Like my family was watching, my sibling. Uh, and like my grandma texted saying like congratulations and stuff. So that was just very sweet. It felt good to have I don't know, all those people just there. But yeah, and then I went back afterwards. A couple of my homies came over, and we just sort of chilled. Nothing like too exciting, but for the graduation they gave us like all like little gifts, and I got this speaker, and it is so dope. Like I was playing. All right, so little known fact, I have the biggest crush on Selena Gomez, and me and Selena Gomez are probably meant to be together, but I also love her music, so I have like a whole playlist of all of her music from like forever. Like even from like I have like the Shake It Up theme song. I have uh oh my gosh. So I have the Shake It Up theme song, and I have um uh to like naturally to um hit the lights, to like her song in like movies, like the Tell Me Something I Don't Know. Gosh, like that takes me back. This is like decades. Every time, like I get like a nostalgic feel listening to her music, cause like as a kid I used to watch Wizards of Waverly Place, but it's kind of sad that it's like think like now it's over. You know what I mean? It's weird to move on because it's good. It's a good happy feeling, but at the same time, it does kind of make you sad, because like I sometimes I just wish like I wish like you could just slow everything down. You know what I mean? I wish like life could just like stop for a second. You know what I mean? Just like let me sit in the moment. But then the problem is like you don't know to sit in the moment whenever you're in the moment. You know. But I mean, what are you gonna do, really? You know what I mean? Like, I try not to dwell on things. I think that's I think that's a good habit to have. Um, because I feel like I'm very satisfied with life in general, and I'm not like I'm not on edge. You know what I mean? I am comfortable with who I am, where I am, stuff like that. But I mean, yeah. Anyway, like I'm just saying it's not like, and this is like too big of a deal, but yeah, like you shouldn't dwell. Oh, excuse me. Like you shouldn't dwell. But I don't know. But I think like appreciate where you are now. I don't think it. Well, all right. Here's where I'm struggling. Like here's where I'm thinking right now. Like it's not a terrible thing to think about the past. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make things worse on you. Like thinking about the past doesn't make you worse off. But whenever you're obsessively depressed and sad about the past and what has happened, that's whenever I do think it does become an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You shouldn't be torn up, I guess. But I mean, alright, like, I don't know. This is a little heavy of a topic right now. It's too early. Guys, if you don't drink tea in the morning, like, what do you do? What are you doing? Tea is probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. Well, it didn't take very long. Tea is, my sister for my birthday actually got me this, what is it? It's a little teacup, like old Japanese teacups, because I've always been into like Japanese culture. Like I used to watch a lot of anime. I used to really like anime back in like middle school. Since I've become less into it, just with life happening and I don't know, like I just didn't like the culture of it. Like the I didn't like the people who like I'm cool with everybody. I'm gonna dig myself in a hole. I'm cool with everybody, but there are cultures that like I'm very help yourself. You know what I mean? I'm very into like, always be striving to be better and be happy, and that's just not that culture. You know what I mean? It's a very like the culture that watches anime, and this isn't everybody. You know what I mean? Like this is definitely just like some people, but the culture that does watch anime is a very like is the kind of culture that I feel does sort of celebrate this this depressive state. You know what I mean? Like, and it's all like people that are kind of feel like losers or are left out, for lack of better terms. But I mean, like I said, like it doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? But that's my thing. Like I don't like I don't like how cultures feel like they, or like how we have cultures owning a certain thing. Like you have your anime culture, and the people who watch anime are these kinds of people, and they own that. And I guess it's not necessarily a fair feeling to have, because like obviously people with similar attributes or similar things that they enjoy are going to gravitate towards some thing, but at the same time I feel like sometimes it is just because like people just do things simply for the fact that like that's what everyone they like does. You know what I mean? So I guess like that's what I would rather avoid. But I don't know. Like what are you gonna do really? Oh, shoot. I just don't like feeling like you have to be in this place. And I feel like a lot of that did come back from like whenever I was young, and I was kind of like that, where like, oh, like what part of the reasons why I probably did watch anime was because like I wanted to be different, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to stand out from people, you know? And so I feel like a lot of it didn't even come from me enjoying it, but rather just simply because I wanted to stand out. But you know, that's besides the point. Like, what I think is like I'm starting to enjoy it now. Like I went back and I watched Dragon Ball, which I think I said, and then yeah, I mean that was it. Like I went back and I watched the original Dragon Ball, and it's just a very lighthearted, happy show. Like I really, really, really enjoyed watching that. I really, really loved it. But I think like now that I'm older, I feel like I appreciate it more than I used to. Whereas before, like I said, it was just like a way to get attention almost. And I know everyone, like, it doesn't matter who you are. Like, everyone's searching for something, you know? Everyone's looking for attention in some kind of way. And there's not a problem with that, you know what I mean? Like, it's a part of the process of life, you know what I mean? It's a part of growing up. And it's also good to like have patience with people. Like I wouldn't try to well, alright, so here's like the really, really big difficulty with all that is like whenever you're trying to, or whenever someone's going through that phase, like you can't, it's very difficult to tell them what the right thing to do is, because like you can't just tell them like, oh, do this, you know what I mean? You gotta like work on that stuff, you know what I mean? Like that's something, or you don't even work on that stuff, like that's something like they have to figure out, you know what I mean? So a lot of it's kind of a lot of it's difficult in that way, where it's like, how do you tell somebody like that they can, you know what I mean, that they don't have to be this, or you know what I mean? Like, how do you push along that energy where like help yourself figure it out, work on this, do it, like get like stuff like that. And yeah, I mean that's something like I'm trying to figure out right now, like something I'm trying to work on. And then like that's what I want to adapt. I want to create like a culture of a very strong like leadership type individuals. And I think it's gonna be really cool. Like I am getting so excited about it. Like lately, like I've been thinking about it. I'm working on a course right now, creating a course. I'm just gonna sell it for $25 because it's a simple thing. But I think what's so great about this course is that it's, the whole idea is that this is how you can start. Like this is a starting point for you guys. If you don't know where else to go, like this is it, and this can be really good. And I'm just really, really excited about because I really feel like it's going somewhere, you know what I mean? Like all this that I've been working on is like picking up. Like I have consistent uploads, and I have I feel like I have like a very strong hold of who I am and what I want out of this life. And I feel like I've sort of been able to dig into what exactly made me feel, or what exactly what the habits are that helped me get here. I can't figure out I cannot figure out where exactly, like, I can't pinpoint where this all came from, as far as, like, my origins, because I feel like a lot of it is also, like, a choice, like, for example, like, I used to know this guy, well, I still do know him, but we haven't seen each other in a minute, but you can actually, he has some YouTube stuff, and we actually made a, like, fighting video, because if you don't know, I do karate, or at least I used to do karate, but we did it together, actually, and so we have, we created this, this, video where, like, I'm dressed up as a ninja and he's dressed up as just, like, some, like, jock character, and we just, like, started, like, getting into a fight, but I don't know, like, it's really cool, and he did the editing, he did all the recording, using his, I don't know, not using his iPad, we actually had a professional camera, but, I mean, you can go check that out. I'm trying to think, I think his, YouTube is Sensei Hancho, but he's a really neat guy. Like, he does a lot of wrestling and stuff like that. And he just has, like, a lot of passion for what he does. You know, and it's a lot of stuff that I think is really cool, that I respect. But yeah, definitely check that out, though. If you want to see me get whooped or doing some really cool karate stuff. Dude, let me tell you, like, working on all that stuff, working through, like, choreography. I don't even think I said that right. Choreography. Whatever the heck it is. You know what I'm trying to say. But working on that stuff, it I don't know, it makes you, it's just a neat skill to have. Like, I learned so much about just, like, like, we drilled these day in, day out. We even, what else did we do? We even, man, I'm trying to think, what did we do? We even, well, we did something. I don't know that much. Oh, this is so lame. I mean, we, like, I would come to his house in the morning, and then, because I would have to work at Starbucks, and then we would just be, like, drilling these drills all day. Like, we would look at, one thing that I think that we did really good is we would look at other people's, actually, I'm going to use, we'd look at other people's choreography, and we would just copy it. Like, we would just do theirs thing over and over and over to get ideas, sort of figure out the flow, because whenever we first did it, it was cool, but we had no idea what we were doing, so we were doing more, like, simple stuff, like punches and kicks, but we didn't realize that in fighting choreography, it's a lot more grabbing, like, it's a lot more, flows, you know what I mean, like, you grab, like, rarely are you actually even punching, which is something that I feel like it was a cool thing that I learned, you know. But I mentioned something earlier. Yes, it was a good move. I mentioned Starbucks. Well, I left Starbucks, and I'm really missing my my Starbucks crew, because, like, we were all super tight. We would all, because I was closing crew. We had morning crew and closing crew. I loved both crews. Like, morning crew was, like, my first, and then because I started in summer, but then I shifted to night crew, where it was, like, more younger people, and we would all, we would all chill, you know what I mean? Like, we were all just super tight. Well, tight enough, I guess. But, anyway, like, shoot, I lost train of thought. Oh, yeah. like, we were all super tight at night crew, and I miss them. But I gotta say, like, I am really, really loving this job that I'm at right now. Like, I like having a full-time job, for one. Like, it is so freeing to be in the position that I'm in, where I don't... You know, let's stay focused. I'm trying to think. Like, it's so nice to be in a full-time job with way better pay. Like, Starbucks had incredible benefits, but we don't use half of them. Like, if you're not a mother in the lower class, if you're not a mom in the lower class with, let's say, if you're not a mom in the lower class with 3 kids that you need to be babysat, also trying to go to college, like, a lot of that stuff you probably won't use, you know? But, yeah, I mean, really good benefits, and they also fed us, and we also had free drinks. But there's a point where, like, I would rather get pay. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about college a little bit. The plan was, because through Starbucks, they actually do free online Arizona State University, which is incredible. Like, I love the Starbucks company itself, because I feel like it really does put a lot of time and energy and really does care about its employees. Like, I definitely feel cared for by Starbucks, you know what I mean? But the thing is it didn't pay enough, and when it doesn't pay enough, I had to look for the next best thing, you know what I mean? And right now, like, this company that I'm at, it doesn't have the best, it does not have the best, what am I trying to say? It does not at all have the best benefits. Like, I don't even think they have a 401k. I'm actually going to read in that today, but I don't think they do. But it's, like, there's great people there, too. The hours are way, way better. And they even, like, they want overtime. So it's even better where I get to clock in an extra hour or so, like, every single day, and you know, that stuff adds up. Or, like, one day I worked a 10-hour shift. Now, it's difficult because of, like, my schedule and everything, but it's so worth it. Like, it's great. And I mean, I'm just saying all this because, like, I'm just so grateful for the opportunities that I have, the changes that I've been able to make, you know, just everything. Everything right now is in a really good, really great position, and I don't know, I'm very happy about my job and all of my working ons and everything. The thing is, but so it's early. It's an early job. So I get up at 4, and then I go to work I have to be at work at 6, and then once I'm there at 6, then it's typically, like, I'll do what's called picking, which is basically shopping. And then once I'm done with the picking, aka shopping, then I'm typically shipping, which is like boxing. And I don't know what it is, but boxing versus making lattes, like, boxing is so much better. Like, something about doing physical work is just so satisfying. Like, I feel like I feel so much more accomplished. And it actually, like, makes me work longer. Like, like, but whenever I'm in the zone, like, I don't want to stop. You know what I mean? And then we also have really good, like, here's really good to really good. We have a lot of, we have great benefits. Our benefits are, or not benefits, what am I saying? Like, the company is good in where the company gives us, like, an hour break, a 45-minute break, 30 minutes is paid, for both of them. Like, that's awesome. Like, how many companies do that? Now, Starbucks had really good benefits, but they didn't have breaks like that, you know what I mean? But, man, like, the other thing is, like, working 8 hours here is no problem. Working 8 hours at Starbucks would be like hell. Like, trying to work 8 hours at Starbucks, making lattes and cleaning stuff, and one, it was terrible for my skin. Like, I was getting dried up by all the sanitizer that we would have to use. Because whenever you're working on food, like, obviously, like, you want to be clean. Like, I'm glad they did it, but, like, your skin gets dried up. But, man, like, it was the right next step. You know what I mean? Like, it was exactly what I needed, I think. And I feel more grown. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm in a place where I can really get things rolling. And another thing, the management there is so much better. Like, the management at Starbucks, I had to ask for a lot of things to get done. You know what I mean? They didn't even know that, like, because, like, for the first 2 weeks, after the first 2 weeks, because the first 2 weeks, like, they tell you, like, oh, this might take a shift or two. So I'm like, okay, like, that's cool. So I'm trying to be patient, and everything. But, I can't be, like, I don't feel like it's my job to make sure I get paid. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely feel like it's up to them, something that they should be doing more. Which is something at my new job, like, I don't worry about at all. And I keep saying new job because I don't think, like, I'm worried that I'm not, like, allowed to say it. Because I really like it. And I at least want to hold it. I'm thinking, like, minimum is, like, 4 months. Like, I'm going to keep this job for 4 months. And if I have not started making progress towards what I'm trying to do, because I'm going to go into real estate soon. Like, soon I want to buy a property and get some passive income coming in. Now, the one thing I'm a little bit worried about is I did want to go to Arizona. I'm trying to figure out where that fits into my plan and vision, because I don't want to be living with my parents forever, you know what I mean? And if I buy a property, I don't want it to necessarily be for me. You know what, now that I'm thinking about it, one thing that I could do is I could have, like, a 2-bedroom property, and then I could just rent out the other room. I could definitely do that. And then we could share rent rather than like, both paying rent, you know what I mean? Or rather than, like, having one of us paying all rent. Because if I'm living there, like, obviously, like, yeah. And then from there, like, it won't be an asset, but, like, it will be a liability, but it'll be less of a liability than if I just bought a home for myself. So I don't know. That's just something that I've been thinking about. And once I get that income coming, which, oh, that reminds me, I completely forgot. I gotta tell you guys about this. Alright, check it. If you have not seen yet, I released a music video. The beat produced by H3 Music. Love H3 Music. If you don't know him, check him out on YouTube. He's got, like, some crazy good beats. But anyway, I released that. Shoot, wrong move. But I released that, and it's pretty hot. I gotta say, it's pretty hot. And dude, like, all week I've been working on it. Like, every single day. I mean, Monday, besides Monday and I think Tuesday, No, Tuesday I started it, because Tuesday I finished writing it, I'm pretty sure. But then it was, okay, so Tuesday I wrote it. Ooh. Tuesday I wrote it, and then I feel like this guy's gonna be faster than me. So I wrote it Tuesday, and then started recording Wednesday. I don't know, this song was recorded forever. I finished recording another song, actually. That's what I'm thinking about. So I think I have 2 songs finished right now that I need to record. But if you don't know, right now I just released Red Jello, which is a song I wrote a long time ago, but just never really got around to releasing. But Red Jello is hot because okay, that's crazy. Sorry, I'm just nervous. Okay, so Red Jello is so hot. Go check out you can find me on SoundCloud at JTB. I don't have it on Spotify yet, but JTB you can find on SoundCloud. I made like the little video, or not the video, but I made like a little thing for the like the picture of it and everything, and so like that's up, and yeah, I mean, dude, just like check it out, dude. Check it out. It's really good, in my opinion. And like the audio, like I've done all the audio work myself. I didn't make the beat, but like for most of my songs I do make the beats. But I didn't for this one. But I made like all the audio for it. And I had to like edit everything, like mix it together. And like, dude, let me tell you, like I've been learning so much about music production. You know what I mean? Just from like doing these little projects here and there. And maybe at some point, like, I might, like, revisit it once I have a more professional sound system, because right now I'm just using Audacity. So I'm definitely going to revisit it and make it, like, better, more quality. But in the meantime, just gonna be rocking with what I already have. But man, looks like actually we're coming to a close. So I'm not finished yet, but I'm gonna start the intro. Or outro. Well, yeah, I mean, like, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Obviously, I'm gonna finish this battle, but just to tell you about like me and some of my stuff. So obviously you're watching like the Drop Podcast right now, which in the short term it's just like little individual episodes. Long term it's basically like the path of how I'm gonna get to where I'm gonna go, which is obviously like rich, successful influencer. Like I have a big vision right now where like I know who I want to work with and help. You know what I mean? And so it's just like getting that going, getting that started. But okay, that's whack. But yeah, but like I was saying though, like, jeez. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, but and then I also have so this is the Drop Podcast, as I said, and then I also have the Drop on YouTube, which you can check out. I've been working on this project for a good little minute. Pretty proud of it. Pretty excited about it. So if you want to check that out, you know what I mean, I have all sorts of links in the description to things that I've been working on for the past year. Like, I have a Redbubble shop called TheLeafDesigner, which I'm still working on, trying to develop into something even more. But in the meantime, like, it's just Redbubble. Yeah, if you want to go support, you can donate to either my How About You podcast or this podcast, which my How About You podcast is more focused. Like, I get guests on. Just recently had Maxine Clark, the founder of Build-A-Bear, on, which was my biggest episode yet, and it was a really good one too. So, like, definitely check that out if you can. If you want to show me some support, obviously, like, even just liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing is the biggest thing. Share my podcast with as many people as you know. If you enjoy it, obviously. Like, if you don't, like, it's cool. So, yeah, but I've been working, and if you want to show some support, then go ahead. All the links in the description. And there's even some affiliate links if you guys want to check some of that stuff out. But anyway, this was another drop episode, and I'm going to check you guys on Monday for the late episode, because this is the morning episode, Monday is the late episode. Alright, so peace out. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'm going to check you next time. Check you later.